It is the hero. It is the role model. Even though Sumana Hamduro become a professor in academia, or highly working in the stock market, maybe a rich person, still he is the role model. He might not have the same education, but they have the universe, knowledge in the universe. Coming through this parental education. So the Bahadur means a great man. Not necessarily because of the name, but he has done his remarkable duty in great service to the whole humanity and to the world. Sumana Hamduro, born in Nepal, traveled to Sri Lanka, got the best education in Sinhala medium. We were in the same university. His elder monk, also a Nepalese monk, were in our batch, Sankicha Hamduro. He was the third all-around rank of the A-level exam, written in Sinhala. We were in the same university, me and Revata Hamduro in the Scotland at the same year. So Sumana Hamduro then came to London, Kingsbury, and established serving, dedicating, lot of hard work, particularly to bring the children, and did a lot of newsletters, Dhamma work, and brought the community by working very hard. Eventually, I have a great affection that we had the blessings to establish this mindfulness meditation center with the patronage and the advice, able guidance of Sumana Hamduro, and it has been a great meritorious deed for the beloved Father. So that is what all the monks are here to reflect, appreciate what Sumana Hamduro does as the son of this late beloved Father. To this mark this, so when Sumana Hamduro lost his father, the community was having a bit difficult time by that time. Everybody was quite concerned. Even our Brixas Mahatma, Rasika Mahatma, our Sunetra Nona, Sisira Mahatma, Sujiva Mahatma, Lasanta Mahatma, Jagat Mahatma were in contacts. By that time we did most of the things online. But today we are so grateful that me personally, and I think all of the monks came personally, even though we had the invitation, we wanted to be here and to appreciate what Sumana Hamduro does. Most of you are in that gratitude, and transfer the best of merits to that beloved Father. That is the purpose of here. When we think of parents, parents are very special. It is not necessary to the Buddhism. Buddhism has given a lot of teaching how we can develop a good relationship with the children and parents. Very important. I will say a little bit why it is important for developing a relationship, and that is the best therapy. In the modern world, people are really struggling. If you don't brought up that therapy with the good relationship, you would not find a person like Sumana Hamduro. The father and the mother has not done that, even though he spent a few years with the parents. That made the whole life. So, to start with, it is not only the Buddhism, it's the fact of humanity. It's a universal message, this relationship, because the whole society based on this relationship with the parents and the children. Otherwise, the whole society is going to have a very disaster. Al-Quran very nice story in the Islam religion. 17.23, it says, if you do not look after your father and mother, you would not get the same support, blessing from the Almighty God. It says that. The reason it has to say, there is a nice story. 3 people went for an adventure into a rural area. It was getting dark and they couldn't find a place to stay. There was a cage and they entered into there. That cage was under a rock. In the night time, a big stone came from the rock landscape and blocked the entrance of the cage. 3 people trapped in there. They start praying to the God. There is no other option. And then one of the prayer was, the first one, oh, I want to save my life. Very selfish. Only think of myself. God didn't answer. The second prayer, I want to be a successful person and I'm going to push this through. It didn't work. Third person thought, I am the person who looked after my parents. Who is going to give the necessary food tonight? Therefore, may the celestial beings help me to look after my parents. That is the point in Al-Quran. It says, 17.23, the God came and opened the door. This story goes into the Buddhism as well. Buddha was a young man looking after the mother, couldn't find a good job, going to the wood, fetching the wood and selling, thought it's not going to make me or my mother a comfortable life. I need to find a good job. Only job he found, to work in a ship. If the ship goes in months, who is going to look after the mother? But the merchant agreed a condition to take the mother in the ship as well. Unfortunately, ship had a disaster in the middle of the river and the mother was rescued by the son. That day, mother blessed the boy, saying, you will be a Buddha one day. So likewise, when you think of that, it is very important to have a relationship with our parents. When we think of Bible, it says 29.15 of Hitopadesa, the God will respect you because you are listening to the parents. A father who make the son correct, similarly, the divine blessings will come to you. It says very interesting thing. It is a duty of the parents to discipline the children. If the parents develop a son who is not disciplined, it says it's a great shame to the parents. Great shame. Because the one who is not disciplined, the child who has not been brought up with a good discipline, will never give a rest to the mother's heart, to the father's heart. So the father who goes into the old age would not have a state of peaceful mind because that son or the daughter has not been brought up with the right discipline. It says, the son who has not brought up with the not with the discipline will not give a break or rest to the heart of the mother and father, and neither a joy to the soul. So the father or mother can't really go into a final closing the eyes if the son or a daughter has not been brought up with the right discipline. This is very important factor because I have seen a lot of young children. Sometimes they are very stubborn, sometimes they are very annoying, they think they know everything, they don't have to follow the words of the parents, and they think they are educated and smart than their parents, which does not give a rest or joy to the soul and the heart of the parents. But today, the loving father who is commemorating would has the comfortable rest, because with the perfect intention that he brought up a wonderful children like Sumana Hamuduru. So the science is also the same thing. In the modern science, there was a research. One couple wanted to have a baby and they did everything. All rituals, even going to all the devalas, couldn't make. Eventually they heard this genetic enhancement theory. By taking those genetics, you can create, and if you have an embryo, so the couple, there is no any discrimination for the couple who wanted to have a baby, both are blind. So then they found a donor who is perfect, don't have any physical or difficulties, perfect embryo. The doctors did the best of the science to have a baby. They had a baby, but eventually they found the baby is also blind. All the staff, all the science, everyone complained to the system and the science saying, oh, you are so bad. You create a baby with this defect, with the perfect embryo. But the couple who are blind appreciate, rejoice, praise the science and the doctors and all the people who helped, saying that you made a son identical like us. That is how parents take us. When you were born into your parents, they think that is your king, that is your queen, that is the highest gift you get, no matter what difficulties, shortfalls you have. And then they made you into that perfectness in the life. In Anguttara Nikaya, Buddha said, there are 4 people that you should be always venerated, supported, look after. Who are they for? The first and the second are the parents. Buddha did not say anywhere, mother first, father second. Father first, mother second. Buddha said, the first 2 of the 4 are mother and father. Second, that you should be venerated, the Lord Buddha. Third is the community of monks. Those are the 4 people in the Chatuttara Nikaya, Anguttara Nikaya, says that you should be always look after. How many children are here? Put your hands up, because when Sumana Hamuduru asked children to come, I saw some non-children also. Because you still think you are a child, yeah? So how many children remember that your father put you on shoulder? And especially when I was in the Nuwara Perahara and some other Peraharas, they put me on their shoulder, because I was so little, I can't see much. That's how your father was. Put you on your shoulder to see what he couldn't see, to go far what he couldn't go. Therefore, to say about fathers, be appreciate and grateful and sit humbly like that, and do grand ceremonies like that in the memory of them is not enough. Never enough. I am not going to talk too much, which I like to. Sometimes I don't know how to stop. Therefore, it says in the Sanskrit literature, it says, Mata hata dibba rasan vibhinna. If you lost your mother, you lost completely for life. The best taste, amurtha, the best taste gone. You would not meet again that. Like COVID, some people lost there. Pita hata tibuvana mandakara. If you lost your father, your whole life goes dark and you lost your light. You can feel, because when Sumana Hamdro's father lost, my father went into a very down area, and few months later my father was, I can have the same sentiment. I know how hard it is. Therefore, we all have the same experience. We don't have to extend our Dhamma talk more and more. So, finally, our Gunawansa Nayaka Hamdro, our Bogota Sila Vimal Nayaka Hamdro said everything very beautifully. One of the important words highlighted there, Satpurusha. Nayaka Hamdro said, if you do something like that, or if you become a good son or a daughter, you are a Satpurusha. How does it happen? In Avijja Sutta, it says, the Vidya is being developed with the food of 7 enlightenment factors. So Vidya comes from 7 enlightenment factors. If you practice 7 enlightenment factors, you get the science. To get the 7 enlightenment factors, you need the 4 frames of mindfulness, Satara Satipatthana. To develop the Satara Satipatthana, you need to have the discipline, Trivida Sucharita, that means discipline in the physical, mental, verbal actions. To get that 3 good actions, you need to have the best of your faculties being disciplined, called Indriya Samvara. To get that Indriya Samvara, you need to have the mindfulness. So you are in the mindfulness center. You got to be mindful of eye, ear, nose, tongue, body. As a result, you get the discipline of the faculties. Then you get the body, mind, with speech correct. And then you get the 4 frames of Satara Satipatthana. And then you get the 7 enlightenment factors. Then you get the liberation. To get this mindfulness, what you need, yoniso manasikara, wise reflection. To get the wise reflection, you need the saddha. Saddha means you have beautifully decorated those flowers, put a nice garland there, and these things are being arranged. You are serving the monks. That's saddha. Those are not just rituals. There is no rituals in Buddhism. Rituals in Buddhism leads into actuals. When you see the flowers, you can see it's beautiful. You can see the value of it. It costs about 15-20 pounds. And also you see, so like these flowers, one day it will be fade away. This is how the life is. Saddha. For getting the saddha, you need to listen to the Dhamma, Dhamma Savana. Dhamma Savana is being supported. You can only get the Dhamma Savana if you are having the association of the Satpurusha. This is Avijja Sutta, step by step. Satpurusha, if there is no Satpurusha, no Dhamma. No Dhamma, no liberation. Sumana Hamdro is a monk, and a very good monk, a great resource for the world, and also a very spiritually satisfying monk because of the Satpurusha father who brought him up. Therefore, he is very in debt to the beloved father, and the father is very proud in him. So the relationship is very wonderful. May this Dhamma reflection open the gates for the beloved father, Mr. Chandra Bahadur Nakarmi, all the peace and happiness and liberation. May he attain the supreme bliss of liberation.
Sadhu, sadhu.
Thank you very much.
A little chanting to give blessing, okay? We are going to do some chanting, a very short chanting to give blessings to everyone. Wishing you well-being, happiness, good health, protection. protection from all the dangers and wishing you long life and may you have very happy, peaceful life. With these thoughts and also the prayers for your late Mr. Karmi and all the departed relatives receive the prayers and blessings. With these thoughts, the erring monks are going to do chanting with compassion to everyone. සියලු දෙනාටම අපි කෘතඥ වෙනවා දානේ පූජා කරලා අපිව අද දවසේ අපව බලා ගැනීම පිළිබඳව ඔබ සැමටම පින් අනුමෝදනා කරලා කෙටි පිළිත් දේශනාවක් අපේ සුමනාන්දුරන්ගේ වැඩ කටයුතු ටික ඉහළින්ම කරගන්න උන්වහන්සේට ශක්තිය ධෛර්යය වැඩිපුරම ලැබේවා කියලා ආශිර්වාද කරලා පිළිත් ටිකක් දේශනා කරනවා සුමනාන්දුර කරගෙන යන මේ සත්පුරුෂ සත්ක්‍රියාවන් ඉදිරියට උදීම කරගෙන යන්න ලැබේවා කියලා ප්‍රාර්ථනා කරනවා. නමෝ තස්ස භගවතු වරහතෝ සම්මා සම්බුද්දස්ස නමෝ තස්ස භගවතු වරහතෝ සම්මා සම්බුද්දස්ස නමෝ තස්ස භගවතු වරහතෝ සම්මා සම්බුද්දස්ස අරහං සම්මා සම්බුද්ධෝ විච්ඡාචරණ සම්පන්නෝ සුගතෝ ලෝකවිදු අනුත්තරෝ පුරිස ධම්ම සාරති සත්තා දේව මනුස්සානං බුද්ධෝ භගවාති සාඛාතෝ භගවතා ධම්මෝ සම්දිට්ඨිකෝ අකාලිකෝ ඒහි පස්සිකෝ කෝපනයිකෝ පච්චත්තං වේදි තබ්බෝ විඤ්ඤුනීති සුපටිපන්නෝ භගවතෝ ශාවක සංඝෝ උජුපටිපන්නෝ භගවතෝ ශාවක සංඝෝ ඥායපටිපන්නෝ භගවතෝ ශාවක සාමීති පටිපන්නෝ භගවතෝ ශාවක සංඝෝ යතිදං චත්තාරි පුරිස යුගානි අට්ඨ පුරිස ඒස භගවතෝ ශාවක සංඝෝ ආහුනේයෝ පාහුනේයෝ දක්ඛිනේයෝ අංජලි කරණීයෝ පුඤ්ඤක්ඛේතං ලෝකස්සාති තේන සච්ච වංජේන පාතු ත්වං රතනත්යං ඒතේන සච්ච පාතු ත්වං රතනත්යං ඒතේන සච්ච වංජේන පාතු ත්වං හරණීය මත කුසලේන යන්තං සන්තං පදං අභිසමිච්ඡ සක්ඛෝ ජෝත සෝජෝත සුවචෝ මදවනතිමානි සන්තුස්සකෝච සුභරෝච අප්පකිච්ඡෝච සල්ලංක බුද්ධේ සන්තිංග්‍රියෝච අප්පගම්බෝ කුලේසු අනනුගිද්දෝ නජගුද්දං සමාචරේ කිංචියේන විඤ්ඤෝ පරේ උපවදෙය්‍යං සුඛිනෝවා සබ්බේ සත්තා භවන්තු සුඛිතත්තා ඒකේචිපාන භූතත්තේ තසවාතාවරාවානව ඊගාවායේ මහන්තාවා මජ්ජිමාරස්සකානුකදුලා දිට්ඨාවායේව අද්දිට්ඨායේ ච දුරේ වසන්ති භූතාවා සම්භවේසීවා සබ්බේ සත්තා භවන්තු සුඛිතත්තාන පරෝ පරංනිකෝ නාති මඤ්ඤේත කත්තචිනං කංචී ව්‍යාරෝසනා පටිඝ සංඥානඤ්ඤ මඤ්ඤස්ස දුක්ඛ මිච්ඡේය මාතා ආයුසායේක බුද්ධ මනුරක්ඛේ එවම්පි සබ්බ භූතේසු මාන සම්භාවයේ අපරිමාණං මෙත්තං ච සබ්බ මාන සම්භාවයේ අපරිමාණං මුද්දං අදෝච දිරියං ච අසම්බාධං අවේරං අද
Tetran Jaranni Tinno Vasayano Vajavasasta Vigata Middo Etanta Tinga Ditteya Brahma Idamahu Detrinja Anupagamma Sila Vadasanena Sampanno Kamesu Vinaya Nahi jadu kabbaseyam punareti etena rajya vajyena sotti devotu etena rajya vajyena sotti devotu sabbada etena rajya vajyena Hodu sabbada sabbitiyo vivajantu sabbarogo vinasatu mate bhavattvantarayo Bhavatu sabba mangalan rakantu sabba devata sabba buddhanubhavena sada sutti Bhavatu sabba mangalan rakantu sabba devata sabba dhammanubhavena sada sutti bhavantu Bhavatu sabba mangalan rakantu sabba devata sanghanubhavena sada sutti bhavantu